Honorable Men Discord. Usher and Bieber had an altercation at an after party. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to go straight into it. I'm not going to play this video because I have the feeling that if I play it, TMC is going to give me a strike. Right? So the only reason why I posted this image beside me, which is actually a video, is because TMZ broke this story and everyone else has been reporting on it. But because TMZ seems to be somewhat of a reputable network news outlet, I'm going with the fact that they reported this. So it says here, Usher and Justin Bieber got into a heated exchange at Beyonce and Jay-Z's Oscar after party, and sources say it got intense. So the young lady that's speaking on behalf of TMZ is saying that Usher is the one that actually approached Bieber allegedly with some type of aggression or anger, and they had an argument, but there was no physical altercation. Now, I don't know how true any of this is because maybe they're downplaying it, especially being that it was at the at a party that Jay-Z and Beyonce held. Then the young lady, if you watch this video, she goes on to say that some are saying that Bieber has always been rude to Usher. Now, everything I'm going to say from this point is speculation, but here it is, right? One would only think that Bieber, who most likely is grateful on one hand for Usher for bringing him, co-signing him in the industry, because it was Usher along with another gentleman who co-signed Bieber early on in his career. So on one hand, Bieber is grateful for Usher, but on the other hand, from what many believe may have been unbeknownst to Usher or known to Usher, many believe that Bieber was violated to some degree by being in the industry. And I'm not going to go into who violated him because many people have speculated the name or possible names that may have violated Bieber. So if there is any type of animosity towards Usher, I believe it. All right? I believe it. So like Bieber broke into the music industry in 2008 and he was discovered on YouTube by a talent manager, Scooter Braun. So Scooter Braun and Usher were the ones that helped bring him out officially back in 2009 with a record deal. And he released his first EP, which was My World. All right, but with all that Bieber has allegedly been going through, and we know all of the images that we've seen, one would understand why when he deals with Usher, there's a little bit of animosity. But oddly enough, Usher was a part of Bieber's wedding. And not only was he a part of Bieber's wedding, but Usher was also, from what I gathered, one of the best men. All right? Listen, you can't make this stuff up. But this was an interesting post that I saw. So I'm going to play this without the audio because there's music playing. And this is just showing, allegedly, the happiness fade from Bieber's face as he aged. And one would speculate that it's because of all the trauma that he's gone through while being in the music industry. So let's take a look at this. All right, so this is young Bieber. Some would say this is happier times. Right? The innocence. Right? Then when he met Sean Combs. Right? And although these are just photos, there's an old saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And to be honest with you, even though these are still photos, you see the change. Now, yes, you might say, well, he's older, so how do you expect him to look? But you see the change in his face. All right? Especially this. All right? Especially that last photo. He seems broken. And by the way, please excuse my dog. My dog, as always, wants to, at times, join the episode. This is Bieber at his wedding. He looks like he's refreshed. A new beginning with his wife. Listen, the fact of the matter is that there was a dispute at the after party. TMZ's reported that's a fact. All the details as to what exactly took place, no one knows. But another thing that's been reported is that Bieber has been cutting off old associates, old friends. Again, I think this is part of his whole cleansing process. At one point, I believe he turned to Christianity. I don't know if he's still a Christian, but this is probably part of his cleansing and starting a new leaf, as he should, because if he went through any of the trauma that was alleged out there, he needs a refresh button. I agree with that. Now, there really isn't much to speak on as far as Usher's concerned. Again, if any of the things that have been out there over the past few years are true, I could understand why he has a disdain towards Usher. I wouldn't be able to say why Usher would be approaching him with any animosity because I don't know them personally. So I don't want to speculate on that. But if Justin is upset with Usher, I would say that it's valid based on what has come out for the public to react to. I would say it's justified. But I guess everyone's guess watching this is as good as mine. Who knows what took place, and anything associated with Jay-Z and Beyonce, if it was an actual physical altercation, they're not going to put it out there. They're not. The last thing they want to do is be part of any type of social media mess. And to be honest with you, Jay-Z, I'm sure has other things to be concerned about based on what was recently released last month or the month before. But listen, I wish Justin Bieber the best. And I said this before in other episodes that the industry is not what it's cracked up to be. The any of you that's watching, if you have small children and you're thinking about putting your children into the arts, whether it be film, whether it be acting, whether it be music, just make sure as a parent that you be there by their side all the way through as much as you can. And if you introduce them, to someone who you admire as far as for their talent, don't give them the pass and just assume that person is innocent and that you're going to leave your children with those people. That's all I can recommend as far as that's concerned, because I just think no one deserves to go through any type of trauma that they have to carry with them to their grave. And as a parent, I think you need to always be there to vet anyone that comes into your child's life. No matter how much you want to support them and you want to see the best for them, you have to be there by their side. You have to make time to be there by their side, especially when they're with other adults. But listen, that's all I have on this episode. Again, only reason why I decided to speak on it is because TMZ broke it. Had TMZ not reported this, I don't even know if I would have covered this. Because
always been rude to Usher.
Excuse me. I don't know if I could just go off of what everyone else is saying, because even the image that I have for my thumbnail, the initial report I saw from TMZ had this photo, and then I'm seeing people in the comments saying that this is AI, this photo isn't real. So
Usher and Justin Bieber got into it at an Oscars after party hosted by...
So yeah, I just played that little piece. But again, it's hard to tell what's real. But because I'm seeing this on the official TMZ page with this young lady speaking on it, I'm going to assume that this was a true event that took place. But what's your thoughts on all of this? What's your thoughts on Bieber allegedly cutting off people? I know my thoughts on it. I think it's healthy. I think it's necessary, especially being that he possibly went through trauma. And I think even for those people that haven't gone through trauma, if you have bad relationships colleagues, friends, family members, I think it is necessary to cut people off. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if anyone tells you that there's something wrong with that, I think you should cut them off, because only you know how you feel inside and whether or not being around certain people bring you down and bring your energy down. And if anyone is around you that brings your energy down and allows you to feel like you're not as great as you really are, you should cut them off. And that's my advice. But listen, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. On your way out, hit that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.